actually, but everybody that flew in from different states. Brad, looking at you, flew from Northern California, and everybody for being here. It means the world to my dad, which means that it means the world to me. So I appreciate and love all of you.
Yay! Great reading, wow. Yeah, great. So Philip, great to be here with you. We love you to death. And you have done so much for so many people, including the people in this room.
The Red Sox are playing, which means
So, Phil, you and I go way back, and I just thought I'd share a couple of fun stories with the crew that would appreciate them, because everybody knows you and loves you, and these stories I think will resonate nicely with you.
And they've been censored in any way.
No censoring, completely true. Yeah.
Everything that you guys heard tonight is completely true.
So these are things I remember fondly, and hopefully you will too. So it all started at Gallo in the early 80s for us. First day of training in Commerce, California. Rich Mesnick's training gauntlet. You remember that, right? So this is Phil O'Neill, right? Phil O'Neill's got this classic stoic stare. We all know it. Right? We all know that stare. And then if he likes you, he'll get that Cheshire Cat grin. And then that Cheshire Cat grin goes to the PWO classic, nice. But anyway, that's when our friendship began. Right?
Yeah.
So back at Gallo, we were in-store warriors battling for grocery real estate. We had our case cutters out, and we were building end-cap skyscrapers of Gallo products. And that's what we did in Southern California. We had a heck of a fun time doing it. Do you remember the road trip to San Francisco?
No.
Okay. I got a little something that might clue you in. Hooking up with your girlfriend, Shannon Maher. Shannon Maher, think about it. But anyway, Shannon Maher was Dick Maher's daughter, who was very, very good friends with Ernest Gallo. So go figure, right? So anyway, we went up there, we met with her and her friend, we went dancing at the Ivy. You remember that, right?
I'd hardly gone dancing.
Yeah, we were something. And we camped out at the Maher's Wine Country Estate, because he was president of, I think,
Christian Road.
thank you, they see you do remember. And next day we
Very
went.
selective.
And the next day we went and we conducted a wine tasting at my mom's place in Sebastopol. Remember that? We were wine warriors enjoying the fruits of our labor, for sure.
Oh.
So anyway, so the story gets better. So we all had company cars. We all had company cars, station wagons actually. And so we went to a gas station to gas up our company cars. And what happened was we had, does anyone remember the band The Fix, One Thing Leads to Another?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Yeah. Some of the folks. But anyway, so Phil and I and a couple other folks were in this gas station filling up our cars with gas, and Phil rams me in the back of my car, right, while I'm sitting there waiting for gas. And so I thought, okay, nice, right? Nice. So then anyway, I go back, get my car filled, done. I wait for Phil to get in his car and go fill his car up, and I broadsided you. Remember that?
Oh.
Company car bumper cars. Thank you very much. It was neat. God only knows how we stayed employed after that. It was a lot of fun. Now, another great memory is Thanksgiving at your parents' house, Bill, right there. And unbelievable view of Los Angeles and Orange County, right? Gorgeous. And also great food, great talk, and a dead rattlesnake on your patio.
Oh.
Right? Right? Remember that? I remember that. But anyway, Phil and I, we were at Peter's Landing. I don't know if it still exists in Orange County. The Red Onion, Newport Beach Sushi, TGIF, and the PWO Turbo Warrior Lifestyle, which was clean, lean, and mean. The liquor industry loved us. Really. Yeah. They really did. All right, so then I went off to the East Coast with Sarah Lee after Gallo. 2 years later, Phil's connecting me with a guy named Paul Roberts, who is gravelly voiced and a chain smoker. And Paul Roberts placed me at Coca-Cola, and you connected me with Paul Roberts. That was a big game changer for me. And I had 15 great years at Coke, traveling the world, and I also got a pension. And that's all because of you. Just one of the many things. One of the many things.
Anything we brought.
Yeah. We had many visits along the way. You came to visit me in Charlotte, North Carolina, Atlanta, Georgia. Remember that? I came to visit you in Dallas, right? And anyway, so the Warrior settles down with Eiley being born in Dallas. And dude, that was the best thing that ever happened to you. Yes. So then you and your family moved to California. Then I remember coming to interview with you at Fresh Express, and that's where I met this guy, Brad Beagle. Yeah. And that's where I learned about the dynamic duo and how they were going to change the face of produce, which you did. It was unbelievable what you did at Fresh Express with lettuce in the bag. At one time, you didn't get lettuce in the bag.
No, we didn't.
Yeah. So anyway, I do remember fondly you and Brad coming to visit me in Atlanta at the Coca-Cola headquarters, right? We were all sitting around the whiteboard, right, pontificating about performance management and all that. That's
We
really lots of
we
fun.
also ran the stairs at Georgia Tech. to get-
That's
nice.
Yeah, and we called them bangers. One up, one down. Love it. So 15 years, me at Coke, done, right? And then I went to work on an interim basis with Miller Hyman before I got my next job. And you were the only person to give me a gig at Miller Hyman. And I was one and done. And you were at the venue. Remember that?
I do.
So thank you for that. Exactly correct. That's what we did. And then, not only did he give me my only gig at Miller Hyman, he hooked me up with a guy named King Leon, who's in the room. Right there. Mr. Rick Leon. Who was,
Leon?
yeah, the king. And he was very, very generous, and he turned me on to a company called Blue Rhino, which was another big turning point for me. So those are two big turning points.
Most people don't know Blue Rhino.
I know, Proton Exchange, but anyway, it was a lot of fun. Now, so anyway, life goes on. You are starting to get very, very big in the business world, and your gaming morphs into liquor disguised as lemonade. Mike's Hard Lemonade. So I'm out in the marketplace across America, and I'm working for a couple different companies in stores everywhere. And I'm watching this Mike's Hard Lemonade in the pop liquor category explode, absolutely explode. You and Brad are expanding distribution along with innovation like crazy. I couldn't believe what I was seeing out there in the marketplace, dude. And it was you two guys making it happen. And I was sending pictures, remember that? I'd send you pictures all the time of everything that was going on.
Constantly.
It was unbelievable. This guy, it was unbelievable. Anyway, you know, your salutation of rock harder, that's what it was all about. You were rocking harder and killing it. It was phenomenal to watch.
You know what? That was a hell of a career.
That was phenomenal. All right. So anyway, I came to interview at Mike's Hard Lemonade, right? And I reconnected with this guy. And I go into the interview, and this guy starts singing, "It's a small world now. It's a small world now." It was great. I totally fell in love. And anyway, you remember you made me interview with all these people, right? Tons of people. I couldn't figure it out. And including a 2-hour life review with that company psychiatrist. Oh my God. So anyway, I don't know, what was his name? I don't remember his name.
Phil Harkins.
Phil Harkins.
Phil Harkins, yeah, what a character. Yikes. So anyway, I saw a lot of managers coming and going, and lemonade turns into a lemon for me. Oh well, life goes on. So you and I have had many talks along the way, and lots of ups and downs. That's what life's about. We've talked to each other, we've coached each other, we've given each other moral support, and a lot of validations. So Brother Phil, you have been a big part of my life and success. And for that, I will be forever thankful. In closing, a person is truly blessed when their friends become family and their family becomes friends. And I call this close circle, which I see here tonight, families. Families. So Phil, you are one of the best warriors I know and a forever family. I look forward to many more years of having you in my life. Happy birthday, brother. I love you.
I just want to say, in the 6 years of being a fucking legend, right? You're a legend, Phil.
Yep. So,
In my own mind.
In your own mind. In our mind. There's a lot of people who are paying tribute to you. Actually, Scott Varner, I want to come up right now because Scott needs to leave and go
Scott's
to Las
going to
Vegas.
Vegas.
And Scott came in tonight so he can spend a few hours with you. Before he goes to Vegas, but I want Scott to say a few things. He's been a lot in his life.
Yeah, I would say in a really good way, this guy is an acquired taste. Right? Like, speaking off the cuff, the best things in life are, you gotta work a little hard for them. Maybe like you're a scotch drinker, the first time you drink scotch, like, I think I like this, but I gotta keep working at it. And when this guy first came to Mike's, we're like, hey, you gotta peel back the onion here, but there is an amazing guy here, and I'm really glad, personally, and we call this the Phil O'Neill ripple effect. He has no idea how the butterfly effect he's had on people. There's guys who work for me that still talk about him and just things he said to them. There's a guy who worked for me who loves him so dearly, who just says, one day Phil called and said, "No, what can I do to help you?" Or call me if you need anything. He said, "How can I help you?" And just the word change struck this guy. His name's Robert Blackman, and he still talks about Phil this way. And I just, before I leave, I just want you to know the effect that you've had on people that I call the Phil O'Neill butterfly effect is so far-reaching. You've impacted people, and me and my family, as I've told you, you're so loved, and I just want you to absorb that, because while you're an acquired taste, you're like the best taste. You know, the best glove, the best baseball gloves take a long time to work in, and then you have them for life. And that's this guy.
Do you want to tell me how I introduced you to your wife?
Yeah, I was leaving Mike's because this guy worked for a complete sociopath. And how he hung in, I'll never know. And I was leaving, and the three of us went to Daltrey, and we were drinking beers. And I was like, hey, there's a girl I really like at work. And he's like, you better ask her out sooner versus later. Meaning like she's headed to Chicago. I was like, like, get what you're laying down, man. Next day I took her to lunch. And she's now my wife, and we have a kid. And we attribute Miles to this guy.
Only when I heard that you were coming up to the office every Friday for an hour.
Yeah.
Even I figured out something was going on.
Something's up. He's more observant than you realize.
Thank you.